Hello, grade 3. How are you all? Today we're going to take the irregular verbs. Apologies for what happened today. Hopefully I'm going to make it up to you, the exercises. So today's lesson is irregular verbs. Okay, this is a recorded class. Irregular. IR here, if you remember, prefixes, is added to the base word regular to change it to not regular. Okay, it doesn't follow a regular pattern. Irregular has a special form. Irregular verbs. Let's find out how. We have two kinds of verbs. We have the regular verbs that we took and the irregular verbs. You know that if we changed a word to its past form, we simply add ed. This is what you know, right? Like for example, play becomes played, cook becomes cooked. So they form their past forms by adding ed. These are the regular verbs. How about the irregular verbs? The irregular verbs have a special form. Okay? How? It forms the past in different ways. One way is that all the forms are the same. The past of, for example, the word put is put. And if I added the helping verb has, have, or had, also it is put. Sat. Only two of the three forms are the same, like sit and sat. Verbs in which all forms are different. Sometimes all the forms are different. How? For example, I have the word go. The past of go is went. If I added the helping verb had, for example, it will be had gone. See the change? First it was go, this is the verb. The past of this verb is went. If I added the helping verb, I will explain this in more depth. I'm just giving you an idea about irregular verbs. Okay, if I added the helping verb, it will be gone. Okay, so again, we have two types of verbs. We have the regular verbs that we took and the irregular verbs, which is today's lesson. Okay, regular verbs, you add ed to change the verb to its past form, and irregular verbs, the word changes. There is a special form. Let's see how. Irregular verbs. Irregular verbs change to other words to show past tense. Okay, so if I want to show the past tense of a word, of a verb, the word changes. Okay, I do not add ed to indicate that this verb happened in the past. No, I'm changing the word. For this, you do not have a specific rule. You have to memorize the table in your readers and writers. Okay? So we will come to this, but for the irregular verbs, there is a change in the word, like begin, began, do, did. See here, the past of the word is here. The past of do, did. The past of find, found. Give, gave. Go, went. Run, ran. See, saw. So you have no choice but to memorize the table. Take, took. Think, thought. See, the word changed. I didn't say thinked. Remember in one of the classes, I guess on Sunday, there was a question where you were supposed to change the word right to its past. Okay, and one of you said write it. Do you think this is right? No. The past of the word right is wrote. See, there is a change in the word. Think, thought. Wear, wore. So, again, In irregular verbs, there is a change in the word. It has its own special form, like give, gave, run, ran, see, saw, take, took. I don't say taked, thinked, weird, finded. No, the word changes to the past tense. It has its own form. Okay? Now let's see the past with have, has, and had. Okay? If I added, remember when we took the helping and main verbs, we said sometimes before the main verb we have helping verbs like have, has, and had. These are all helping verbs. Okay? These helping verbs might be followed by a main verb, which is the irregular verb. Okay, let's see how. Again, we have begin, the past of begin is began, and I will add the helping verb. The helping verb is before the irregular verb. Now there is more changes. A third change if a helping verb is there. Has, have, or had. Okay? So these are helping or auxiliary verbs added before the main verb. So we have has begun, have begun, had begun. So if you find has, have, had in the sentence, you will write this form, not began, not has began, have began, had began. No, you will write this. So there is some other form when there is a helping verb like had, have, and has. Okay? Clear? So we have begin, began, begun. Do, did, done. See, 3 different forms. So here we are dealing with this part, verbs in which all forms are different. Number 3. Begin, began, begun. Do, did, done. Find, found, found. Here again, find, found, found. This is number 2. Verbs in which 2 of the 3 forms are the same. We have 2 the same. Found and found. When found with has, have, or had, and found in the past tense. So there are verbs where the 3 forms are completely different, and there are sometimes the irregular verb, there are 2 the same out of the 3. Okay? Again, we have the verb, past tense. I don't want to use other terms like past participle, present perfect, past perfect because you'll get lost. Let's just make it simple. We have the verb, past tense, and the past with has, have, or had. Go, went, gone. Run, ran, run. See, saw, seen. The slide before, it was just the past of begin, began. But if before the verb we have has, have, or had, okay, the verb changes further. Okay, there is a third form when there is have, has, and had. Do you understand? Find, found, found. Give, gave, given. Go, went, gone. Run, ran, run. See, saw, seen. Take, took, taken. Think, thought, thought. See, 2 of the forms are the same here. Again, we have find, found, found. We have 2 the same, but the rest are different. Okay. Except yes, for run, ran, run, there are 2 the same. And here you see differences, see, saw, seen. 3 different forms: take, took, taken, think, thought, to the same, to thought and thought, wear, wore, worn. Okay? So memorize this table. It's extremely important. Okay? Now if I hide the past tense and I want to change the verb begin to the past with has, have, or had, if in the sentence, for now, for your level, has, have, and had, you will find it in the sentence. Okay? You will not be asked to find out which helping verb to put. It will be ready in the sentence. Has, have, and had. Okay? But I will explain it to you. Either ways. Begin, has, have, had, begun. So begin the past with has, have, or had, begun, do, done. Do is not did with has, have, or had. No, it's done with has, have, and had. Find, has, have, and had, found. It's the same for past tense and the past with has, have, or had. Give, given. Go, gone with has, have, and had. Run, has, have, had, run. Okay? Pay attention. So that's why I'm telling you to memorize the table. There is no other way to memorize, to understand other than memorizing. You have to memorize. No choice. Okay? There is no rule, as I said. Okay, let's get back to the table. Verb, past tense, past with has, have, or had. And let's check out this example. We do. I'll take this part of the table. Okay, I highlight it. Do, did, and done. So I took this row. Do, did, done. Now let's see how do we use each one of them. We do a report on water. Okay, we do. Now I want the past of do. It's did. We did a report on water. So I changed the do, the word do, to its past form. It became did. We did a report on water. Now in the sentence, we have. There is the helping verb have. We have done. I will choose done because before the verb I have the word have. Okay? So have done. Have is followed by a verb, and this verb has been changed to done. From do to done. Why? Because I have this. Okay? We have done reports about water. I just wanted you to see the change. Okay? From this do to the past tense and the past with has, have, or had. Okay? Irregular verbs have a special form when used with has, have, and had again. But now, has, when do we use has in the sentence? When there is it, he, or she, singular. Okay? Now, again, this part of the explanation is not important. Okay? This is extra information for you to show you when to use has, have, and had. But in your exercises, uh, it will be already given. Okay? Has, have, and had. You just have to choose which verb. Okay? Or write the correct verb, irregular verb. Has. Pronouns it, he, or she are used for has. Okay? Like, he has done the work. I cannot say he have done. No, he has. Has is used for the singular. Okay? And again, why done, not did? Because if we get back to the table, that's why I'm telling you memorize it. Done is with has, have, and had, not did. Okay? So, he has done the work. Lana has taken the pen. Why taken? Let's get back to the table. We have take, took, taken. Taken is the one with has, have, and had. Okay, not took. Took is just the past of take. But if in the sentence, again, we have has, have, and had, we choose taken. Okay, or write take. Sam has seen the owl. It has begun yesterday. Okay, so the helping verbs has here. After them, we have the irregular verbs done, taken, seen, begun. Okay, now here I'm just telling you why did I use has, because we have singular pronouns or nouns. Okay, he, Lana, he only one, Lana one, Sam one, it one. Okay, so for the singular, use has. I cannot say we has taken the pen, they has taken the pen. No, they have. This takes us to the next one, which is have. When is have used? When there is plural. Okay, pronouns that show the plural. You, they, and we, and for the pronouns you and I. Okay, they, we, plural. You, I, we use have, not has. You have, I have. Okay, examples. You have seen a bat. I used have. Why seen? Again, the table. See, so, seen. What's before seen? Has, have, or had. Have. So, I use seen, not so or see, because I have this. Have, have. They have taken a trip to the island. Have taken, I use taken. Have seen a volcano. I have gone to the shop. Okay, so again, have, you use the pronouns they, we, you, and I. Okay, you have seen a bat. They have taken a trip to the island. We have seen a volcano. I have gone to the shop. Okay, I hope it's clear enough to you. Has for singular, have for plural, and for you and I. Had. Had, we can use all. It had, he had, she had, they had, we had. Okay? This one is the easiest. You had worn the jacket. They had found your pen. I had seen the movie. Okay? Usually had is used when something happened in the distant past. Okay? Something in the past, but has and have also for the past. Okay? But it's a recent past. So had, you had worn the jacket. They had found your pen. I had seen the movie. Okay? So worn, wear, wore, worn, had worn. Okay? Not had wore or had wear. We use had worn. They had found your pen. I had seen the movie. Okay, so I use found, seen, worn. Before the irregular verbs, we have had, or we have or has. these are three helping verbs that come before the main verb. Okay? Now open your readers and writers to page 226. We will do this together. I'll read the first part and the table, as I told you. Memorize it. Write memorize next to the table. Draw an arrow, write memorize. It's important to memorize the table by heart. Usually, you add ed to a verb to show past tense. As I said, usually you are used to adding ed to show that the verb happened in the past. This is for the regular verbs. Now for the irregular verbs do not follow this rule. Instead of having ed forms to show past tense, irregular verbs change to other words. The verbs change to another form, not adding ed. There is changes to the verb, like we do a report on water. I gave you this example. We did a report on water. We have done reports on water. Irregular verbs have a special form when they are used with has, have, and had. There is a special form for the irregular verbs when has, have, and had are used. Use the special past forms in the third column of the chart only with these helping verbs. So with these helping verbs, has, have, and had, you use this special form only when you have these helping verbs, has, have, or had. Here are some irregular verbs and their past forms: present tense, past with has, have, or had. This is the present: begin, do, find, give, go, run, see, take, think, wear. I change it to the past, it becomes began, did, found, gave, went, ran, so, and so on. Okay, and the past with has, have, or had. Okay, directions: choose the correct form of the irregular verb in brackets to complete each sentence. Write the verb on the line. So you have different forms of irregular verbs. You will choose the correct one and write it on the line. Okay? Number 1. My family went or gone for a hike in the desert. My family, what do you think? Now, of course, I advise you to memorize before you get straight into the exercises, okay? You have to first understand how the verbs are changed to the past and the past with has, have, or had, memorize it, and then start answering. My family went or gone for a hike in the desert. Now, is there has, have, or had in this sentence? No. Since there is no helping verbs, has, have, or had, what will I do? I will just choose the past tense of the verb, which is go. My family went for a hike in the desert. So here go, the past of go is went. Okay, why didn't I choose gone? Pay attention here. You should choose the correct form of the irregular verb. They're both in the past. Which past? Will I choose the past went or gone? Went, not gone, because we do not have has, have, or had. Number 2. We had began or begun hiking in the morning. Which one? What do you think? We have the past here. This is the past tense of the word begin, and with has, have, or had. Yes, you choose begun. We had begun because we have the helping verb had. if in the sentence we have has, have, or had, you choose the form that comes with the helping verbs. Number 3, we seen or saw many desert creatures. Do we have has, have, or had? Ask yourself, is there has, have, or had? No. Then, which form of the irregular verb will I choose? Is it seen or so? So. So if you look here in the table, see, so, seen. Seen comes with has, have, and had. So without. Since we do not have has, have, or had, we choose so, not seen. Seen comes with the helping verbs has, have, or had. Number 4. I had, think, thought animals could not live there. Which one? Had. So I had thought, not think. I had thought animals could not live there. If you look here, think, thought, and has, have, had, thought. Number 5, the last one. I took or taken lots of pictures. Again, take, took, taken. Which one? Took. I took lots of pictures. Excellent. Why? Because we do not have has, have, or had in the sentence. That's all for today's grammar class. I was going to give you the reading. I'll continue the story, but let's not make this class boring. I'll stop here, and next time we're going to continue the reading. I hope that you all understood. Bye, everyone.